picture this with me for a second. You are at a conference for 3 days, and over that time, you meet a bunch of different interesting people. And of course, you do the thing you're supposed to do. You connect with them in that moment. You get a business card, or you connect on Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. Somehow you get their info. And then you come home from that event and life continues on, and there's still laundry to do and kids to take care of, or a job obviously to get back to. And those cards and those connections just sit there. And then a few months later, you realize, oh, I kind of need to ask that person for a favor or for advice or a referral. You need to ask them something. But now, ooh, you've got this icky, gross feeling inside that you're kind of being a user because, well, you never really followed up or cared for them between then and now. And now, well, you're just checking in because you need something. Yuck. I get it, we've all been there. So if you don't want to feel like a user, today is the day we commit to caring about others, whether we need something from them right now or not. And that care, don't let that word fool you. That word doesn't mean you have to be like tending to their every need. That care just means following up, thinking about the other person and letting them know you thought about them. And honestly, all of real authentic relationship building comes in the follow-up. I always like to say that first meeting, right? That conference where you exchange business cards, that's just the price of admission to be able to build the relationship. But the building is all in the follow-up. And again, no shame if you haven't been doing this well. That's why you're here. You're ready to change and do things different. And today I am going to give you my follow-up formula so that you can be better at building these authentic professional relationships. And that way, when you have an ask, you don't have to feel gross about it. Welcome to the Creating Opportunities podcast. This is the place where we help smart, ambitious professionals build authentic relationships for success in all areas of their lives. Why? Because people make life better. Man, they can be messy, but they also make life better. Now, I am your host, Cassandra Thompson. I am a speaker, a trainer, a coach, an iced coffee lover, and I am here because I want to help you make deeper, more authentic connections in your world. But before we get into this episode, I need to let you know that this one is sponsored by my one-on-one coaching program, Authentically Grow Your Business with LinkedIn. Are you tired of wasting time on social media posts with minimal results? You can say goodbye to endless scrolling and hello to a strategic approach that gets you noticed by the right people. Authentically Grow Your Business with LinkedIn is the one-on-one coaching program designed to turn your LinkedIn profile into a lead-generating powerhouse. This personalized coaching experience is tailored and customized to you to elevate your online reputation and attract high-value clients. In just 4 sessions, you'll master the art of LinkedIn, from profile optimization to targeted audience building and engaging content creation. No more cringeworthy dance videos or generic sales pitches, just genuine connections and tangible results. If you're ready to unlock the full potential of LinkedIn and take your business to new heights, go to my website, cassthompson.com/LinkedIn to learn more. I only take 5 new clients a month, so don't miss out on this opportunity to invest in your success and join the ranks of industry leaders dominating on the LinkedIn landscape. In the LinkedIn landscape? In the LinkedIn landscape. So sign up now and let's start growing your business together on LinkedIn. Okay, so it's all about the follow-up, and I am going to give you a framework to use, the steps to take, so grab pen and paper so that you are ready because you're gonna wanna take notes. First, I need you to simply commit that the next time you meet someone in person, you will follow up the next day. So whether that is you just meet one person at someone's birthday party that's new, or you go to a conference and walk away with 50 names, you commit to following up, to not letting the process drop then and there. We are not one and done business card passers. Now, for me to make this step a reality, I always block my calendar for the day after an event. So pre-event, I know when I come home, I block time on my calendar for the next day, maybe 2 days later, to do this follow-up process, the initial step of it. And then before we get into the next crucial step, I just want to let you know that people will funnel out as you go through this process. So not everyone is going to become your closest connection. Not everyone are you going to take all the way through every step of this funnel, or excuse me, this follow-up framework. Some people are going to be, I always call them holiday card friends. Like some people are going to be that person that you send your company holiday card to every year with an update and you stay connected on LinkedIn. Some people are going to become your once a month lunch buddy. There's various levels to this. So we're going to talk about the things to do initially, but just know that I want you to take this next step with every person you meet, and from there, we're gonna focus only on the ones you wanna take deeper. So after you meet people at an event, we are going to follow up with every single person we met. Sometimes you meet someone and you immediately know how you can help them or what you want to ask them next, and you know you want to get on a call and take that relationship further. Sometimes they're just someone you met and that was it. Both sides of, I just bit my tongue, y'all. Both sides of that equation are okay, but everyone deserves to get an email that at least says, hey, it was so nice meeting you, let's stay in touch. So this is the first spot where some people are gonna kind of funnel off. We've got them now in our hopefully CRM or Excel spreadsheet, or at least we have their contacts in Google because we emailed them. So we have this person, or you've got them in your LinkedIn messages, that counts too. It's just common courtesy to me to say, hey, it was nice meeting you. But now we're gonna focus on those people that we wanna go deeper with. Some of those people you met at the event, you go, oh my gosh, I wanna get coffee and hear more of that person's story. Or they said they were looking for this thing and I think I know someone who could help them, but I want to talk more and find out more about it. Those people in the message, you want to get them on a Zoom. The thing we want to do is get to a one-on-one as quickly as possible. So that could be a Zoom chat, that could be a coffee, that could be happy hour. Like different people that you meet in different scenarios could go to a different type of meeting, but really the key is one-on-one. And this is where I like to remind you, the whole process of relationship building is more art than science. I'm giving you a little bit of the science part to it, that framework, but there is an art to this. You're gonna know which person is gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna do happy hour, and which person is, I'm gonna have a 15-minute, very professional Zoom call with them, and that's it. Then, my thing is, we wanna deepen that relationship as quickly as possible. Now, I don't mean deep in an emotional connection sort of way. I mean deep in the sense of a familiarity. We wanna become as familiar as possible quickly. And so to me, that means we need a couple more touch points right after that one-on-one. But let me illustrate this with the story. I don't know about you, but growing up, especially in church, even to my early 20s, I would always say, I just need that one weekend where we get to know each other better. So for example, let me back up. I would go to church and I would be part of a new church and go to a new Sunday school class and meet some people there. And then I'd see them the next week. And then maybe I'd get invited to somebody's birthday party. Okay, so I got to know people a little bit there, but I'm not deepening relationships. Now, maybe I've become friends closely with one person one-on-one. Great. And now a group of us is going to dinner on a Friday. Great. But there would always be this one weekend where those relationships would deepen quickly because we did a bunch of things together. So it would be, oh yeah, instead of hanging out one-on-one with that friend, a group of us is going to dinner on Friday night. And then, oh yeah, there's also that social outing on Saturday, or that softball game that everybody's playing on Saturday. And then Sunday we have church and we all go out to lunch after church. And now I've spent not just a one-off dinner here or a moment at a birthday party there, but an entire weekend with these people. And to me, that was always the weekend that solidified, now I'm in the group. So we can't go quite to that same level, nor should we, with our professional connections, but there is the same concept to this of, we want to get some rapid touch points in quickly to build quick familiarity. So after a one-on-one, the key thing to do is send a thank you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. I really appreciated what you had to say. It was fun to see what you work on, whatever, but send a thank you. Then within 72 hours to a week, right? It's art, not science. 72 hours to a week, you want to create one more touch point. Now, this could come in a lot of different ways, but here are 3 that I see work really well. So you're going to choose one of these depending on the situation. One is give a recommendation based off what they talked about. So on your call, did they say there's something they need help with? It doesn't have to be professional. They could say, oh, sorry, I'm late. Our nanny just quit and now I'm doing childcare. I have to find a new nanny. Can you send them a list of 5-star nannies you found on care.com? You did the work for them. Like, it doesn't have to be professional, but can you give them a recommendation of some sort? It could be a podcast episode, a book, a course you took, whatever. The flip side of this is take them up on one of their recommendations. If you sit down and they say, I just saw the greatest movie, oh, you would really like this movie, or you say something, you go, have you seen this movie? You would really like this movie. Go watch the movie. Again, it doesn't have to be professional. We're still humans just connecting to other humans. So can you take them up on a recommendation? Did they tell you about a book you should read for your career or a class you should take? It could be anything like that. Now, it could also be, I've given this example for years, it could be that they sit down and they've got the newest Starbucks blended Frappuccino, whatever, with 8 shots of something in it, and they're like, it's amazing, you should try it. Try it. Go get that Frappuccino, send them a message saying, I tried it, you're right, it's life-changing, whatever. We love when people take our advice. We love when people take our recommendations, whether it's something really professionally related or it's something as silly as, I tried that drink you like at Starbucks. Both count. So those are the 2 easiest ways to me, but there's a third way, which is just tell them you thought of them. There is this weird phenomenon called the frequency illusion. You've seen this play out in real life. This is when you hear about something and you've not heard about it before, and now all of a sudden you see or hear about it everywhere. This happened to me at a networking event the other week. A woman talked about a book she was reading that had kind of a weird title, and I went, huh. And then the next day I ended up on a website of the woman who wrote the book. Turned out she's a copywriter, and I went, this is the same book that person just told. How weird, right? So I need to write that woman back and go, how crazy is this? That book you said you were reading, I just ended up on the same page, so apparently I need to read this too. Like, if you think of them in any way, check in. So they're gonna talk about things in your conversation that it's going to somehow show up over the next week. When it does, tell them, hey, I saw this today and I thought of you. People like to be thought of. Fun fact, did you know we spend 95% of our time thinking about ourselves? So start working on thinking about other people more than 5% of the time and tell them you thought about them. Okay, so again, those 3 touch points of a one-on-one conversation, a thank you, and then some sort of quick follow-up within 72 hours to a week help deepen and familiarize you with this person fast. And then after that, you need to wait a beat, and then you can make an ask. Now, again, that might be in 2 weeks time, that might be a month, that might be 6 months from now. But in between that period, we keep up. At this point in the formula, you are just doing a version of check in, ask. Check in, check in, check in, ask, right? Yes, there's jab, 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 right hook if you want to say it that way, but I like to think of it as I'm going to follow up with this person, I'm going to check in, I'm going to create a touch point, and then I'll make an ask. And then you don't have to feel gross about it. Again, different relationships have different levels, and if you know the person better, the deeper that relationship is, actually the more time that can pass before you make an ask. But that is honestly a conversation for a whole other day to go into that art and science. But I know people ask about timelines a lot. I don't want to be overbearing. I don't want to follow up too much. And again, that's why it just differs depending on the relationship and the situation. People I see here in town at networking events or other events, and then we have a lunch together, it's gonna be easier to make an ask quickly than somebody that I met at a conference 3 years ago that I've just kind of checked in with here and there. So it just differs. But the key is we follow up with people. Just start by initially following up with every person you meet and then trying to do some sort of one-on-one with the people you would like to get to know better. And I know our lives are busy. I think we live in a really task-focused world, but if you take the time to start caring for others and getting to know them, there will be massive payoffs down the road, both for them and for you. Now, if you're a person who has a hard time making an ask or you don't even know what to ask, That's me. We are going to talk all about it in the next episode. I am so excited for it. I can't wait for you to hear it. As soon as it's out, I'll put it in a card right here. But if you need help on how to reach out and connect, well, I have a free guide of templates for you. It's called the But What Do I Say? Connection Guide. You can get that in the show notes or the description below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.